Hi, friend. I am excited to talk to you today about the process of once you've identified your niche, how to make that transition come to life in your yoga teaching journey. So, the process of niching down and narrowing down your focus is one that I talk about often, and I'll link to a few other blog posts in this in case you are finding this and are like, what the heck are you talking about, Amanda? But the process is really interesting. So, at first, when you're a yoga teacher, you're not ready to niche down. You don't even know what you like to teach and what you don't like to teach. So, at that point, you want to say yes to everything and figure out, okay, I liked this, I didn't like this. I do think having a lens of wanting to narrow down eventually is a great lens to have as you say yes to things instead of just walking in, doing the thing, and leaving. Just really recognizing what brings you joy. Then, once you're ready to niche down, you make the decision. You're super excited and you want to tell everyone. And then you're like, now what? I've got all these classes on my schedule. What do I do? So here's the process that I want you to work through. The first thing is to get really tactical and write down your classes. If you have them on a spreadsheet or however you keep notes of where you're teaching, really look at them. I want you to take a new look at all the classes and really identify which ones fall into your now narrowed focus. Which ones are bringing you joy and which ones you definitely want to let go of. So there's 3 buckets there. The ones that really fit in with your focus, the ones that are still bringing you joy, but maybe still not in that focus, but still make you happy. And then the ones that you are not happy with and need to let go and let someone else who will find joy in teaching those classes. So then, once you've done that and have your buckets of classes, I want you to look at the numbers. Trust me, I understand this can be uncomfortable, but hang with me because the more you know your numbers, and I'm talking about financially what you need to bring home to pay your bills, the more empowered you are. So I want you to figure out, okay, I'm teaching 20 classes right now, or 10 classes, or 3 classes, whatever it is, and I really want to let go of 3 of them. So if you want to do that, you need to think, okay, how am I going to fill that income? Am I going to pick up 3 additional classes? Do I want to try and get private clients? What are you going to do to make up that money? Because what I'm not here to tell you is to say, teach all the classes and say yes, and then all of a sudden drop your revenue by 90%. That is not what I want you to do. I want you to be really financially smart about doing this. So make a plan, figure out how many classes you want to let go of, and then make a plan in which how long you think it will take. So for instance, if you need to find people to cover your classes, you might still be really invested with that class and you want to make sure those students are taken care of. So in that moment, you might say, I really want to have input on who takes over the class. And maybe you have that relationship with the studio and you can do that. So you go in and you're like, okay, I'm just going to get some subs. You ask people to sub your class. They take it. You can see if they like it, if they didn't like it, if the students liked them. And then you can make that transition happen over a period of time. So figuring out how long that's going to take is really up to you in your particular situation, but really just making a plan and making it happen. Once you write things down, it really can happen. So I want you to make a plan. And then the next time, I want you to take that same process, but do it for the classes that were still bringing you joy, but didn't fit in your niche. So at this point, after you've taken away the classes you immediately wanted to take away, you might not be feeling the joy from the other ones because you have this other that you've built up that's all your focus. So either it's new classes, private clients, working with an organization, whatever it may be that you filled the revenue with your focused niche, you might be lit up even more. So then I want you to take that second bucket of the classes that were still giving you joy but not in your focus, and then make a plan for that transition just like you did with the first one. And at that point, you're going to feel so good, and just go through that process and continuously refining your schedule and making sure you're doing what you love. because that's the goal, right? You want to do more of what you love and what lights you up because you're going to do it in a fantastic way and serve your students in a way that they just can't help but to brag about you, which is the perfect place to be because then they do the marketing for you and it takes so much pressure off yourself. So go through that process. If you haven't narrowed your focus, please download the PDF that I mentioned because it will take you through that process and make it so much easier for you. Because yes, yoga is for everyone, but not every yoga teacher can teach everything with a heart full of joy. So let's figure out what's right for you so you can teach the class that you love. Until next time, see you later.